What's going on, guys? Jared Phillips here with J Rod Fishing. I just wanted to talk a little bit about some fall reaction baits. The fish are moving a lot this time of year, so it's a lot similar to pre-spawn for types of baits you're using and depth and stuff like that. But some good fall baits out there that definitely will help you catch more fish. Not every day they're gonna obviously hit a reaction bait, but this time of year it's definitely good to start out with a few, because if you can get them to eat a reaction bait, you can catch a lot more fish. But some of my favorite baits to throw in the fall are, they'll start eating jerk bait again, and there's a lot of different depths and colors and stuff you can use. I could probably do an hour long video about that, but say your couple tips are, if you're fishing like clear water and you want to throw, I like throwing a medium diving crankbait, either in like a perch or like a bluegill color. If your lakes don't have those, you could throw shad color, would work perfect on those lakes. But for Northeast, this is what I'm mostly doing the video about. Perch are very popular bait fish in most lakes, so good one to start with. You can also, say your water is a little stained, a little dark. This color here is one of my favorites for the fall. It's a little chartreuse and a little red or orange. It gets bit. Work it. I usually work it pretty quick in the fall still. Wintertime, you can, the colder it gets, you can slow it down some, but I'd start off by working it fast. Also, good clear water bait. If a lot of small bait fish are around and stuff, get yourself a small little jerk bait. You can throw this on a spinning rod if you want. It's pretty light, unless you're really good with a bait caster. I would suggest using a spinning rod to start. But also one of my favorite baits to use this time of year is a spinner bait. Lots of different kinds of spinner baits out there and stuff, weights and colors. But say if I'm fishing semi-stained water to a little murky water, I like going silver and then like a shad type body, and I always want a trailer hook on there. Yeah, this one's a little rusty, but it's from last year. I haven't changed it out yet. But I always like a trailer hook. You can put a kind of trailer on there if you want, a little minnow shaped body or something. But I'll experiment. Some days they like 2 willow blades, and sometimes they like silver. One of my got hooked. One of my favorite ones is silver with a silver big willow and then a gold willow here. But towards the fall, they start slowing down. I've noticed if you switch to that little Colorado blade, you'll get some more bites that way. And if you're fishing kind of the same type of water, but they're really up shallow, which happens a lot this year, don't be afraid to throw around wood docks in 1 foot of water. They'll be up there. Get yourself with a little smaller spinner bait. Little, not really micro, but this one's not very big. And you can put a trailer on if you want. I kind of like the way this one goes without the trailer, because this bait I think it's the Nichols spinner bait. Can't remember the exact one, but this will go really close to the surface without, you have to burn it real fast, and get those blades just tapping the surface. And a lot of times in the mornings when they're up there shallow, they'll crush that spinner bait in the morning. Also, if you're fishing up shallow and you notice there's some bluegills and rock bass, crappie, stuff like that, try a dark spinner bait. That works pretty good if they're feeding on those types of fish. But this color will work in clear or murky water, I've noticed. And I like putting a little trailer on this one. I think it looks more like a bluegill to them. And yeah, you can just throw this around docks or wood or stuff like that up a shallow. Get real good, you can pitch them right underneath the docks and let it sink for a second and start reeling. They'll hit it quite often like that. Also, one of my favorite baits to throw in the fall, it's one of my, I mean, I've talked about it before, is obviously a chatterbait, but I like throwing this around docks and stuff, wood, trees, laydowns, you know. In the fall, up here they tend to kind of leave that mid-range depth because all the weeds are starting to die off, so there's not any oxygen or holding the bait fish in there as much, so they tend to go towards the hard cover more. And it's a good thing to start out in the mornings in shallow around all that hard cover where the fish are up chasing the small bait in the mornings. But yeah, I like throwing green pumpkin, maybe a little blue in it, maybe try a little orange this time of year. The crawfish start getting a little orange back in them. And you can throw this in a 3/8 ounce, half ounce. If you got some real deep docks, you can get I don't have one out right now, but they make the chatterbaits all the way up to like ounce and a half, I don't have any that big, but I have some ounce and quarters that definitely get down there a little bit more. If you're fishing a little deeper, clear water, they can be a big fish catcher. But yeah, just remember that don't be afraid to fish shallow this time of year. The water's still pretty warm. They're pushing that bait up shallow. They're moving up to the hard cover because, like I said, all them weeds are dead. But yeah, those are some of my favorite reaction baits I like to use. Don't be afraid to work them slow, work them fast, change it up a little bit in the fall. See what they want. That works for all the baits. Trying to think what else I got out here. Oh, almost forgot. One of my favorite baits this time of year. This will work around the rocks and in front of docks, like deep docks. I like throwing this across or off on the sides of points. Got a whole mess of them here. But either the son of a bitch. Oh, here's all three. Little storms. This is a rock crawler. They fish pretty similar. This is just a shallow diving 3XD. That works pretty good. Not quite of a tight of a wobble as a storm does, but I love throwing this storm over points. And like I said, in front of docks this time of year. It's a smaller bait. This is mainly more of a smallmouth bait for this time of year, but you'll catch some largemouth on it. Also, don't be afraid if you're fishing up in shallow around rocks and a little bit of grass this time of year. A little square bill, 1.5. You can try a bigger one if you want. I liked a little bit of smaller ones this time of year. Seem to be get bit a little bit better. But yeah, those are some of my favorite reaction baits for the fall. We're gonna hopefully get some more videos in this year on some fall fishing and some winter bass fishing. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.